Hey everyone, or I should say good morning everyone. Uh, Welcome to Disability, Relationship, and Encouragement. I'm your host, Sean Ferguson. Um, you know, if- just please, subscribe to my channel, click the notification, and click the like button. It'll be great. It will help with the algorithm. I do need 1,000 subscriber or more. Um, I'm looking to um, buy more cameras and, of course, have my own studio. But I mean, I can't do it without your guys' help. It'd be great. Um, see, it was yesterday was really great. I went and interview with Jordan. Actually, Jordan interviewed me. If you guys would like, you guys can subscribe to his channel. His channel is called Diverse Network. Um, I think what he does is he interviews people and he tells them about their story, giving them their background and the story, how far they come from or how much transverse they become, from, let's say, the past till now, and like what made them grow, and things of that nature. But anyways, um, so of course when I did the video, I was like, I thought I did okay, but when I recorded myself, I was like, doggone it, I got to change it up. So basically, I keep using words, the filler words, saying things like that most of the time. And I think that's what I need to correct myself on. So, if I say things like that on this video, on this podcast, just let me know. I might have to put like $1 in a piggy bank every time I say that. So I'm gonna, work on not saying things like that on this podcast, and it's uh, it's part of growing in this video. You know, um, it's it's how I grow. It's I'm getting better. I'm getting better each time I'm doing a podcast, and so on and so forth. Um, but I just I'm working on improving my communication skills. And just to be honest, this is part of my weaknesses is communication and comprehension. This is a part of my autistic disability. Oh, and speaking of autistic, this month is the Autistic Awareness Month. So if any of you guys are autistic, hey, this is a big month for you guys. So, um, anyways, long story short, um, we are going to discuss the statistics of uh, of bullying kids with special needs. So basically, in a public school, because I used to go to a public school. Um, there's about five. 3 out of the 5 kids who have special needs get bullied out in the public system. And what I really think is, I really think that the system needs to change. We need to create the school system for the special needs community, just only for the special needs community. I know there's a school called Behavior School. That helps too, a little bit, but mainly just the special needs community. I know there's schools for the deaf, um, but I think we need school for the special needs community. Um, what I mean by the special needs, I mean intellectual special needs community. That's what we need school for, is for the um intellectual school. Um, because I really think that they needed um that type of school the most. So, anyways, according to the lawfirm.com, and I wish I can put this up for you, but um, like just put it on a screen so that I can show to you guys. Actually, I think I still can, um, but as of right now, yeah, I just don't think. Oh, there it goes. All right, so I'm going to put that. So basically, this is what I'm going to show you. So basically, I'll put this in. So according to the lawfirm.com, it says that special needs and bullying support guide, um, says bullying can happen to any child, but children with special needs are at increased risk. Some children with disabilities are particularly vulnerable to harassment and may lack the social and co initiative skills to deal with it when targeted. Learning that your child is being bullied can be upsetting, but help and support are available. Learn tips, tools, and resources for addressing bullying for your special needs child. Um, so, how common is bullying in students with disability? Well, I would say, according to the lawfirm.com, um, here are some statistics on bullying in kids with special needs and disabilities. Three out, also 3 out of 5 kids with a disability are bullied, compared to 1 out of 5 kids without disability. 60% of bullies in schools are males. So is not so much of the female as more males. Um, Trust me, I've been bullied almost all my life, but it's not physically, because I know how to defend myself. And my dad actually taught me some wrestling moves. And so I use my wrestling moves to to protect myself. And, guys can't bully me in that way. Not even like some of their words can like mess with me. But I do get bullied by women. And the difference is I can't, like, want to defend myself like towards women, but I was taught not to hit women, even if they hit me first. So I got bullied a lot by women um, during the public school system. And of course, I do forgive them for, what they did and so on and so forth. But it's just, it's, it's just all bad. Like, it's just their, like, it's not so much the physical, it's just their words, their verbal abuse is the one that hurts me the most. You know, it's not the man's like verbal abuse because it just doesn't bother me. But when women when girls, you know, use verbal abuse towards me, it like stings. It like stings for life. Especially when I hear lies, when I hear them say like you will never be loved, you will never get married, or you will never have like kids or things like that, which kids, okay, kids are kids, like I don't really care. But when they say you never get married and you will never be loved, constantly, that's verbal abuse, and I hear that a lot, and it really put a dagger into my heart. So basically, um, it is true. 60% of bullies in schools are male. Um, by age 7, um, 12% of special needs children report being bullied, double the rate of those without special needs. That's true. Um, I I I remember I went to school out in California, and like I remember telling the principal, telling the teacher like, "Hey, I've been bullied." Not like bullied, but and the kids wouldn't leave me alone, or he wouldn't stop messing with me, or he wouldn't stop hitting on me. But teachers and principal, they don't do nothing about it. They think I'm a tattletale is what they call it. Usually I would say they think I'm a snitch, but really it's like you're not backing up the special needs community. So, it's pretty messed up. Well, anyway, roughly 15% of all US public school students have some form of disability. That's true. Um, the causes of bullying in children with special needs. Unfortunately, children with special needs enter the school system with many risk factors and characteristics that can lead to bullies targeting them with aggressive behavior. Some of these factors are listed below. Um, as you can see, the previous video that I have, um, I did a video of a 9-year old autistic boy being arrested because he was protecting himself from all the bullies from that public school, and teachers don't do anything about it. So all they want to do is call the police. I would like I would say like what we got to do for the special needs community is we got to create schools for only the special needs community, especially for the autistic. I would say create school for the autistic, all the autistic. That's what I would say. But um, we have all different kinds of special needs, and we just gotta create school for them. But anyways, this is challenges with social skills. This is my challenge as well. Um, it says many children with special needs have developmental and cognitive impairments that prevents them from fully understanding what is happening to them while being bullied. These differences can also prevent them from knowing how to respond or react, and the reactions of others around them, such as laughter, may be confusing and frightening. Um, that's true. Um, because there are times where I do get verbally abused, but get confused of what they're doing to me sometimes, and I get taken advantage of. So like I'll give you one example. One example is like, I'm just doing something nice. Um, let's say something nice for a friend. Let's say, I bought her a car, you know, and either she didn't appreciate it, you know, she gets mad, starting having a fit, and it's like, I did something nice, and just like she doesn't care. She takes it and just feels ungrateful for it, and is gone. That's one way of being bullied that way or taken advantage of that way. Um, I've been through that. So again, you know, you, we as parents, you got to protect these kids from other people taking advantage of the special needs community. But uh, anyways, environment that allows bullying. A big factor in bullying is whether the environment allows for bullying, as this type of behavior can often be stopped or prevented with the right actions from adults. If your special needs child is being bullied, it would be wise to look into their school environment. I agree. You gotta look for the right school that is good for them. My preference is either behavior school or gotta create a special needs school. Um, but anyways, uh, yeah, it would be wise to look into their school environment and speak with their teachers and school administrators for more information and to learn what staff members are doing about the bullying. Um, physical vulnerability. Um, bullies often target children with physical reasons, such as when a kid getting bullied is small or weak in a stature and therefore less likely to be able to defend themselves. I agree. To make things worse, many kids with special needs also have disability that limit their movement, making them unable to leave situations that make them feel uncomfortable or scared. I agree. Um, so I do see some kids like in a wheelchair or that has, I think it's called Parkinson's, where um I give you, oh man, what was that scientist's name? Um Man, I forgot that uh scientist's name. I think it's Hoffman or Hawkins. So I think it's Jeff Hawkins or I don't know, but I know his last name is Hawkins, and he has Parkinson's. But when some people don't have very good motive skills, and like they're physically handicapped and things of that nature, you know they can't move around. They can't use their movability. So basically, when they get bullied, they can't get away or run away from it. And so we gotta protect those type of people from being bullied. That's why we gotta create school for the special needs community. And believe me or not, people who have special needs, they're very, very smart. They're really smart. They be smart up here in their brain. They are smart with their hands. You know, they're very smart. I really think if we can create schools for the special needs community, I really believe that our academic skills and our smartness and greatness is probably could go far past from, let's say, regular people around the world than anything before, because this is how God created us. Um, yes, God get. I would say yes. God created us, and give us like our special gifts. Sometimes one works better than the other. So I mean, we might be autistic, but I would say we're very smart in, let's say, computers, or we're very smart, in my opinion. For me, I'm very smart in electronics and a very fast troubleshooter. I'm actually the fastest troubleshooter in the world, just to be honest. Um, but anyways, um, so for this one, it says which kids with special needs are most at risk of bullying? Well, we already know the autistic. Children with special needs typically face an increase of bullying. Additionally, certain disabilities and conditions are more likely to attract the attention of bullies. Autism bullying. 63% of kids with autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, which that's what I have, reported being bullied compared to about 20% of kids without disability. According to a joint study by the Kennedy Krieger Institute in Baltimore and Johns Hopkins University. Food allergies, which occur in about two students per class, are another frequent target for bullies, which really, I don't think food part matters. So I'm probably going to skip that area or skip that paragraph. Um, Other disabilities and conditions that are common targets for bullies include behavior disorders such as attention, high deficit hyperactive disorder, or ADHD, which that's what I have. Chronic medical or health condition, that's true. Intellectual disability and impairments, I have that as well. Learning disabilities such as dyslexia, neurological disorders that affects a student's ability to move or the way they look, such as cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, and spina bifida. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, Now, type 1 diabetes, I don't know. I never experienced that. I never seen any people who experienced that. So, I mean, I'm not sure. But the main one, autistic, ADHD, chronic medical or health conditions or intellectual disability, they do get bullied a lot more. Um, I would say types of in or sorry about that. Types of bullying that can impact kids with special needs. Kids with special needs are at risk for a few main types of bullying. Physical violence. So this This is huge. This part is big. For me, it's not the physical part because my dad did taught me wrestling moves, and because I used wrestling moves so well, um, kids never like wanted to hit me or anything because yes, I will stand up for myself, and people don't like they don't like to be taken down on their legs a lot because that's what I would do. I would go through their legs, pick them up, take them down every time, and they don't like that during a fight. So, but anyways, it says physical bullying is one of the main types of bullying. It occurs when someone uses their own body or an object to inflict bodily harm and on another person or scare them into thinking they will do so. This type of bullying can also occur when someone causes physical damage to another person's property or takes something important to them. So, like, sometimes, you'll see a big bad wolf, I usually call it, and they come up to a weakly little pig, and he just picks on them and he just pushes them, he hits them, and so on and so forth, and he can't protect himself, and when he fights back he gets beat up, and so it's just sometimes I just don't want people who have special needs to be in that situation. um so the biggest one here, and I went through this as well, is verbal threats and emotional abuse. I've been abused a lot, verbally, especially, it's not so much of men, it's women that abuse me a lot more than men, um, and a public school. So here it says verbal and emotional bullying involves using words to intimidate, embarrass, or emotionally harm someone. For children with special needs, verbal abuse can be equally as damaging as physical abuse. However, its signs are often less apparent. Um, an example of verbal threats and emotional abuse includes insults, making jokes at the victim's expense, name calling, offensive sexual remarks, verbal threats of physical harm. Um, I mean, yeah, I have verbal threats of physical harm before, but it's not so much the extent. It's so much of like people just attacking my heart. So, like, I'll give you one example. I think I give this to you already, but I'll put this up there again. One example, like, I hear, like, from my experience, you know, no one doesn't love you. Everybody hates you. Look at you. You're dumb. You're a retard. You know, you would never have a girlfriend, or you would never get married, or you would never be great. You would never uh I don't know, have a career or have a family and so on and so forth. Because like look at you. I mean, they didn't say you're autistic and something like no, they said you're retarded. You're dumb. You're stupid. You know, insults after insults. You know, that I mean, that kills their heart. I mean, it really kills their heart. So, trust me, I've been through it. I know what it's like, and it's rough. It's really rough. Um, so other forms um, of bullying, when a bully targets students based on their race, color, religion, sex, disability, or national origin, it can be considered harassment according to both the Office for Civil Rights. That's true. Um, disability is I'll say the second most bullying in the world. The number one bully in the world is racism. So disability bullying is second. So we're the second most. I I wouldn't say hate it. I could say hate it, but we're like I don't know the second the second worst where like people treat us bad. Um, but the black community is actually the first, and I'm pro black. For the black community as well, and it kind of goes line to line. So um anyways, to be considered harassment, bullying against a child with a disability can be either physical, verbal, or graphic, written, but must be based on the victim's disability. Okay. Um, so signs and effects of bullying in kids with special needs or disability. It is not always easy to recognize these signs of bullying in kids with special needs, especially if their speech or communication is impaired and they cannot directly tell you. However, knowing the signs and looking out for them is especially important since the effects of bullying can be severe. So these are, I'll say, different kind. I'll just say I'll give you the different signs and effects um, of kids with special needs being bullied. So um, I'm gonna start with signs and then the effects. So changes in sleep or eating habits. When a child with special needs is bullied, it can impact all areas of their life at home and school. Um, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to do signs and then I do effects. So for signs, it says change in sleeping or eating habits, coming home with lost or damaged personal items such as clothes or electronics, decline in school performance, or lost interest in school activities and events. Just look for those things. Frequently being sick or faking sickness to avoid school. That's true. Not wanting to go to school or seeming to be afraid to go. That's usually all kids who've been bullied. Not wanting. Oh, uh, skip that. Talking about harming themselves or having suicidal thoughts. We get that a lot. Especially most autistic kids, they do harm themselves. I'm one of them, or I was one of them. Unexplained injuries such as bruises or cuts. If you have noticed one or more of the above signs of bullying in your child, talk to their teacher or school principal as soon as possible. And if they don't do anything about it, if the school doesn't do anything about it, then I'll say talk to the school board. And if school board don't do anything, then you call your lawyer and you sue the school. Um, all right. So for the effects of bullying on children with special needs, a decreased performance in school or other activities, engaging in harmful behaviors to cope. That's true. Increased desire for isolation and antisocial behavior. So basically, let's say at my high school, I usually stay away from everybody. I'll always try to stay to myself and not be friends with other people or try to be friends with other people. I usually try to stay away from everybody. I used to sit back at a class and like I used to say stay quiet and just don't talk. And I used to do all those things just so like I don't get hurt or bother or mess with. I did have um, other signs or effects, low self esteem and poor self image. So I used to get bullied, and it's like after, hearing verbal abuse, I starting to believe that yes, I am retarded, or yes, I would never be loved. And, on and on and on. And like I used to torture myself um a lot with that because, I felt like nobody's not gonna accept me. And um thankfully one church, the church that I go to, accepted me as who I am, and from there, I starting to be filled with joy, and from for that on, I spread my joy and I spread my love to other people who also have special needs. And because I created the special gifts groups for the special needs community, I there a lot more people are start coming to my group and they enjoyed it and they feel love themselves and they feel like they are wanted, and that's good and that's really awesome for the special needs community. um they come up with mental health disorder like depression and anxiety. I used to have that. Overall poor health. It's true. The effects of bullying on a child can last long into adulthood if left unaddressed, which is why it is so important to address bullying as soon as it starts. So, teacher who deals with like special needs community, you got to take action. We got to take actions so that we can help the special needs community not be bullied by regular people, um and things of that nature. So what to do if your special needs child is being bullied? All right, so these are some strategies that I'm going to tell you what to do, um and so on and so forth. So basically, the first thing you do is you talk with your child. Show your support, calm their fears if they are being threatened. Let them know that you're willing to help. Um, Willing to help figure out and resolve their situation. This is also a good time for you to assess the situation for yourself after hearing their side. Number two, alert your child to school. After hearing your child's side of the story, you should alert your child's teacher or principal and other school department officials. This is especially true if you are aware of any threats of violence to your child or other children. It is also important to do this to document the incident. Number three, seek a resolution. The way you handle the situation should never involve retaliation or revenge against the bully, as this would teach all children involved a dangerous lesson. Resolutions will differ for each situation, but may involve consequences or punishment for bullying, such as removing school privileges and implementing policies designed to make the victims and others feel safe while at school, such as improved hall monitoring. Number four, advocate for your child's safety. Know when to advocate for your child safety if you are unsatisfied with the resolution that their school has offered, um, and never be afraid to go up the chain of command if necessary. And then number five, encourage bullying prevention and policy changes. Now, the best way to end bullying is to stop it before it starts. So, encourage your child's school to implement bullying prevention policy if they do not already have. Um, and number six, weigh your education options. If you have exhausted all other possible solutions and nothing has worked, sometimes the best option is to switch school. And what and the good thing I would say is take him to a behavior school or take him to the special needs community school if they have one. If they don't, we need to create one. Um, so that's a good possibility. And then number seven, know your child's right. Always be aware of your child legal rights and educate yourself on all laws that are in place to protect them and other kids with special needs. Basically, take it to civil court. That will be the last thing you do if all the policy doesn't work and they don't do nothing about it and teacher doesn't take action. And if, let's say, the teacher is bullying your child, lawsuit, file the lawsuit, take it to court. um but yeah, that will be the last thing you do is take it to court. um Hopefully this will help the child. Also, I was gonna say this. Well, also what help them is take them to counseling, take them to therapy. This will, help them know their coping skills, and it will help you help the child know how to deal with things a lot better, um, and so on and so on and so forth. But anyways, um, I would like for you guys to leave me a comment and just tell me, should we create schools for the special needs community? Because I don't think that we have uh, a school for the special needs community only. I really think we need to create school for the special needs community, and and things of and things of that nature. I think it will really help the special needs kids to excel in their academics. Um, and I would say set it to the pace that they feel comfortable with. You know, we got to teach kids many different ways of like how to do the work and so on and so forth. But if we create schools for the special needs, only for the special needs community, I mean, yeah, it um might not like stop them for like bullying a little bit, but I would say we'll reduce more like bullying. And I really believe if we create these schools, I think it'll be better for them and they will feel safe within their environment. So, anyways, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Um, I know, I know this is the longest video that I took, but I just want to point things out. So thank you for watching this video, and I will put on the next one. So again, thank you for watching this video, um, and I will see you on the next one. All right, take care, everyone. All right, bye.